Well done. The Dragon King is cooperating with us now, and I have him on a short leash. They will supply extra forces for our armies and will cooperate if you encounter any in the wild. Carry on with the attack against Roland's vassals.
Oh boy, let's try this again. Do I actually have a different plan this time? What is the plan? Blaze replaces Conquer. Alright, I have a plan. The country lords have allied and pulled the resources into one command. Not only have they massed the forces in the north, but they have sent a knight to the west to steal your supplies. Scouts report a castle to the east that would be ideal as a base of operations. Yeah, I know. West. Ballistics or states estates. I know. This chest. Navigation of ballistics. Wisdom, navigation, scouting, diplomacy. Diplomacy would be nice. Fine. Let's go with that. Need to slay this guy, get whatever artifact he found. Oh no, it's Minotaurs. Down that goes a minus scroll of knowledge and a spiked helm. Excellent. 2 artifacts acquired. Spiked helm increases your attack and defense by 1 each. This increases knowledge. More mana. Eagle Eye or ballistics? Ballistics. You know what? Let's head back immediately. Back, I mean east. We'll come back here soon enough. 4 days, I know. Attack the sprites. They wish to join. Excellent. Diplomacy is already paying off. 32 sprites is nothing to sneeze at. I got them for free. Entirely for free. They'll be gobbling up everything and anything. They wish to join for a price. 5 orcs for 2,800 gold. No, I'm not nuts. Oh, they got offended. Of course they did. Well, that was not the right choice, orcs. I've lost 2 sprites, but that's okay. I got those sprites for free anyway. Oh my goodness, diplomacy is the way to go. 2 days left. Fair enough. Let's attack this city. Cause the sprites. And let's attack the elves with the gargoyles. That was the right target. Let's use the Minotaurs to slay all the sprites in one go. Let's use the sprites to further pester the dwarves. They will all soon die. Losses acceptable. We go in, we immediately get the statue. Hold on. That's fun. Yeah, I'll be able to afford Brother Brax. Let's not recruit anything for now. Let's visit the Mage Guild nonetheless. Summon Bow, Dragon Slayer, Blind, Slow View, Mine, Stone Skin, not bad. Go for the Standing Stones to get more spell power. Attack the dwarves as soon as possible. Let's recruit Brother Brax. Get rid of the zombies, they just slow him down. Let's immediately pass the sprites and the unicorns over to the main hero. And now Brother Brax can head on west to collect all of this. Crowdo will join him soon enough to get the chest, to get the experience. Do you want to chase them? No. This presumably gives attack, which is much appreciated. During a sudden storm of all the line starts a tree, splitting it inside a tree, you find a mysterious maze. +2 attack or +1? No, +1, the Thunder Maze. Actually, Brother Brax, please flag this. And then get some more. View Mines, but he already knows View Mines, I think. Let's cast View Mines, that's just 1 mana. The mines here. Mines there. 2 gold mines to the east. I think a very prudent choice would be to head east first. Take his gold mines. Then I'll get income from those gold mines for myself, and he will not gain, and he will not get any income from those gold mines for himself. His loss is my gain. No one having those gold mines would be fine, but him having them and me not having them will just spiral out of control very quickly. So I need to get as close as possible using the initial boost I get before things inevitably spiral out of control. Because as much as I may be leery to head east, and I might want to go north, if I just keep wandering about and expanding very slowly, he will overwhelm me because of his economic advantage. Just like that. So that's basically the first point of order. I need to head west and flag a few mines, defeat a couple of creatures. But as soon as that's done, I'm taking any units I may have and immediately heading east. Even if I am to have my castles to the south conquered. That's okay. As long as I get this bit and the gold mines, I'm fine with anything else that happens. Well, almost anything. Alright, we have a statue and a well. We need the crystal garden in order to get more sprites every week. Or should I go for dwarves this time and entirely ignore the sprite production? Sprites are quite nice. I think I'll be replacing the dwarves as well, because I should be getting dragons due to the Dragon Alliance. But if that's the case, I could just upgrade the archery range and go for the high elves as soon as possible. The grand elves. Would also love to get the red tower as quickly as possible, but that might not be viable. I need plenty of mercury. I can hold off with upgrading the Stonehenge to get the red tower up and running quicker. That sounds like a reasonable idea. Let's upgrade this and the turn. Dwelling of... yes, the week of the mongoose. Flag the sawmill. And you, Crowdo, you go ahead and... flag the mercury mine? The mercury mine, yes, you mine mercury, you don't. Get the chest first, then slay the zombies. As far as the new week is concerned, I might just get nothing. I don't desperately need anything. And the red tower quickly, but that will have to wait, presumably even until next week. Fine, let's not even recruit anything, just end the turn. Flag this as quickly as possible. I need to get that resource and I don't want to wait a single day for that to happen. I could recruit a third hero to deliver reinforcements and to gather what few resources are around, but I think that would be a waste. At this point, 2.5k gold is a decent chunk. Estates and advanced, or wisdom and expert estates. Scouting or navigation? Scouting. He should also visit the witch's hut to figure out what skill it teaches. So that we might possibly acquire it for free. But presumably he'll level up enough to... Oh my goodness! Archery. Archery is really nice. Diplomacy is also awesome, but I'll upgrade it soon enough. I don't need to do so immediately. I need 20 mercury, I believe. Next week. I should have enough next week. Wisdom or ballistics? Ballistics. I will not have any level 5 spells anytime soon, I'm afraid. Alright, head for those zombies. Actually, if it's the week of the plague next week, I might as well just restart, quite frankly. I could recruit everything, but restarting wouldn't be the worst of ideas. They scatter, let's not chase them, not worth it. Going for the graveyard right now would be horrifyingly difficult, wouldn't it? That's 100 mutant zombies. It's quite a force to be reckoned with. Let's just get knowledge for now and attack these zombies. Right, recruit the unicorns. Fine, I'm not recruiting any druids. I'm leaving them be for now. I'll get them further down the line. By the marketplace I could have traded for resources, but that's just too much mercury. 20 units, I'd rather wait. I will get it next week. Week of the Eagle, that's great. I've also acquired plenty of all. I will need all of it. Let's go for the campfire. Also is bound to give me some resources. Oh, these zombies just attack. That's fine. I am desperate to get rid of my gargoyles, minotaurs and centaurs. Let's see what can be done. Alright, the unicorns attack 12 regular zombies. The centaur's gone down. This stack, well, not entirely. Alright. The minotaurs stay a single zombie. These 3 should go down. The gargoyles move up so as not to block access, but yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. The unicorns can get to them. That's irrelevant. I'll get the gem mine. I should also get the alchemist lab. But I can't go too far north. I need to head east before heading north. Could ignore the graveyards for the time being. Let's see, it's day 1. It's still day 1, obviously. Let's just end everything. Yeah, end everything. No, end the turn. $600 gold and 6 units of mercury. My goodness. A little too late, but that's okay. That's okay. It's a lot better than, say, having to trade for it or anything like that. So that means that the next turn, the very next turn, I will have the red tower. Which is absolutely marvelous. I will not have the upgrade to the Druid's Dwelling, the upgrade to Stonehenge, but that's okay. I will get it soon enough to be able to get upgraded Druids. It's not that big of a deal. I don't want the Red Tower right now to recruit everything immediately. I want the Red Tower right now because I want the stack of recruitable units to start counting up as soon as possible. Even if you don't recruit them immediately, You still want to be able to recruit them in principle. Granted, if you can't recruit them because you don't have the gold, then that's horrible. But if you have the gold but can't recruit them because they don't exist, well, that's arguably even worse, because you have all those resources and they're doing you no good. There we go, down the minute. Oh, no, they don't go down. Fascinating. Down they finally go. Say this ogre. And that one. Blinded. And slaughtered. Yes, I had some losses. I don't care. All much appreciated. Alright, let's get this all mine as well. They are incredibly valuable. Red Tower, here we come. Oh yes, and it's day 3. Was so far ahead of schedule. I don't know about this content, it probably grants defense or something. I'm picking up these green dragons while I still can. Right, you flag this mine. And we'll have the Crodo here. Heading over the... I was supposed to head east. I am going against what I've told myself. But fine, we need those dragons, don't we? Better than have them swiped from under our noses. Maybe, just maybe, I should send Brother Brax back to Pinehurst for reinforcements. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, so I shouldn't have sent him here. My goodness. Recruit that single phoenix. That's about it. I'll also recruit the druids as soon as I get the upgrade. Couldn't quite see him. But for now I am swiping the dragons. They recognize me as an ally and they join. How many dragons is that? 2! That is... that's enough. Tree City. Do you want to recruit sprites? That's a lot of sprites. Fine, I will spend my gold. Wisdom Oligolai. Alright, this. After clearing a preservation, the fact that fortune is guarded by a giant, you want to fight the giant. That's not a problem in the slightest. Down the giant goes. An endless bag of gold! Yes! Oh, things are going so bloody well. Now, all I need to do is arguably just defeat these ogres and have Brother Brax go over here. Take the economic artifact off my hands. I could even contemplate heading north as I'm still here. And head east afterwards. Although I do need to get him reinforcements, don't I? Yes, but I also need to collect the gold over here, all the resources over there. Fine, let's send Brother Brax through here. And Crodo will do his own thing soon enough. It's day 6. I want to upgrade the Stonehenge, but I'm not willing to trade. At this point, it's tempting to get the Crystal Garden, but I should have gotten that to begin with. Whatever. End the turn. Get all the knowledge. A pack of cavaliers, that's fine. Let's just wait here. Next turn. Don't be the Wick of Plague. It's the Wick of the Rabbit. Wonderful. A pack is quite a few, apparently. But thankfully, they have no hero to go with them. And I have 2 green dragons. Slay them! Oh boy. Not that simple. They all go down. Wonderful. No counterattack. Glorious. I'm also getting rid of the superfluous units. Unfortunately, I'm also... no, it's fine. It's fine to lose all the centaurs. Five sprites and 9 centaurs on this? I'll take it. Gladly. Anytime. Alright. Let's defeat the ogres, and as soon as I'm done with that, Brother Brax can go ahead, clean house, as I send Crowdo northwest. Not to jinx it, but this is going rather well. But I know that the clock is ticking. I need to make my choice. I either head north or I head east. I cannot sustain just meandering about the map. Not for long. Let's send the sprites over here. They'll be blocked, protected by the dragons. Fine, let's blind these ogres. Down the ogres go. Alright. Attack from this angle. The dragons have plenty of hit points, there's no need to worry. No losses to speak of. Estates an expert, Estates an expert, give me all the gold! An endless patch of gold, this is wonderful. Alright, alright, Brother Brax. Get all of this, which will allow me to immediately get the upgraded Stonehenge. A rule I've made for myself was to not use quick saves, right? If I fail, I just restart from scratch. Is there a point in breaking that? Well, a failure lies in reloading, not in saving, so I might as well save right now, and we'll see if in a moment of weakness I decide to reload this. Because it's going so well! This is so wonderful. I dread the idea of losing here. Got it by a paladin, fine. Slay the paladin. Hey, paladin! Get over here. This is the story of a knight who died to 2 dragons. A skull cap, what does it do? It helps against some spell, right? Halves all the casting costs of mind influencing spells. I don't have any though. Diplomacy advanced, logistics unadvanced. It's about damn time. Disrupting ray, that's useful. This is about the duration. Your cursory. Show an hourglass, and what does it do? Extends the duration of all your spells by 2 turns. That sounds eminently useful. Alright, though. Dude from Uncharted territory. As opposed to, you know, the dude from Uncharted. Which coincidentally I have not played. I only have a single castle right now, which is kind of pathetic. This army may be impressive, but not for long. Okay, I can have a gander at his troops. A few... This is a paltry army. This is a pathetic force. I need to engage him right the hell now. And Brother Brax needs to go for reinforcements immediately. Actually... It's not even Brother Brax that needs to go for reinforcements. It's day 3. I need to recruit another hero. and get these reinforcements delivered to mine as soon as possible. Where's their navigation? They don't have logistics, which sucks. Anything else to recruit? Some sprites, possibly. Yeah, let's get all those sprites. And let's immediately head on over to hand them off. There's no time to waste. She'll meet midway with Brother Brax. At least that's the idea. A throng of peasants, several pack. Okay, I think I can slay the both of you. Although it might not be an easy fight. The Minotaur's got blinded and he's got 14 spell points. I don't have that many more. But that's mostly due to the fact that I've been casting spells left and right with no mysticism. Excellent. Now let's go for the halflings. Yeah, let's say the halflings. Because the sprites against these guys, only one remains. Oh, this is rather nice. As long as I can... No! He's gonna flee. He did not flee, not yet. Disrupting Ray, what's his speed? Very fast. And the dragons, normal. Let's actually wait until the dragons get their turn. Alright. There we go. He did not manage to flee. Does he have any artifacts? No, absolutely none. Time to fight Tyro. Well, it's not time to fight Tyro quite yet. I need to try to deliver those reinforcements. They won't get there in time. I still need to try. I have a reasonably good feeling about this, although I may be doing the exact wrong thing. Maybe I have the right feeling, but not the right intuition. Maybe my right feeling is wrong. What do I want to blind? The sprites, because of the movement speed. Let's try to say the peasants, because there's quite a few of them, as pathetic as peasants are in general. Let's go for the Medusas. Medusas are quite mighty. Let's try to use the sprites against the Medusas and try to block for the dragons will get hurt anyway, I think. Down go the sprites. I'm not doing that poorly as far as hit points on the dragons are concerned. Yes, attack both of them. That's nice. I still have both the dragons, although these ones are running out of hit points very quickly. They're going to die to sprites. Whoa! And that's not all the centaurs gone quite yet. Blind the sprites. Say the goblins. Down go the peasants. Stab them to death, please. Hit points left fall. Oh, goodness. Fine, let's blind the goblins. Going to use the dragons to slay the pixies. Well, the sprites. Yes! So he doesn't run away. I get no artifacts to speak of, and this army is melting at a terrifying pace. I could replenish my hit points. I don't know about this. I might be making a huge mistake here. Whew. But if I get my reinforcements, then this can continue. This wonderful conquest. Right, Brother Brax. Head on north. Crodo, you're pushing it. Replenish your mana, but that's about it. If you head any further, you're kinda on your own. Right, Brother Brax. Hand him those precious units. The more I look at this, the more impressed I am. Look at this. Look at this. So we have 4 phoenixes, 2 green dragons, 12 unicorns. This is marvelous. Alright. Right, Luna needs to head on back. Get ready for another batch of reinforcements. Crodo, on the other hand, I think he should push onwards. Now, we could take a detour to get all these towns under our control, but under our thumb. Alright, fine. Cast, view mines. Where is my foe? Presumably somewhere over there. So I shouldn't head through here, although... Oh, should I? No, let's get that extra point of attack. That might be useful. End the turn. Just check where the opposition is coming from, and that's presumably where the castle shall be. Yeah, up this path over there. Alright. That's quite a few paladins you have there. Would be a shame if someone were to blind them all, wouldn't it? Alright. Slay the peasants. Because that's more than enough. We don't want those. Double damage. No phoenixes go down. Marvelous. Fine, they're blind, so they won't counterattack, right? No, they will counterattack. Fine, use the phoenixes to fry them. Whoa, no! Both the dragons just go down. The damage they deal from 10 to 20. Disrupting ray. Down go all the phoenixes. Fine, slay these guys. All that remains are those crusaders. They have a long way to go. I've lost all the dragons, all the phoenixes, but I may yet prevail. Vulcania! Let's get this castle! With the last shreds of my army. It will not last long, though. This is beginning to sound like a worse and worse idea with every passing moment. Stage 7, so there will be reinforcements coming soon enough. Locust. Oh no, this will be conquered. Alright. I will establish a bit of a foothold over here. If only temporarily. Dimitri, you will not flee from me. I need to use spells every single turn. Look at that mana. 111. I just need to say, keep blinding everything repeatedly. Blind these guys. Yeah, I need to deal with the ranged units first. Of course I do. It's blunders like this that add up to a loss. I'm bleeding units! There we go, defeated. Any artifacts recovered? No. But Vulcania is now mine. It's got pretty much everything. It doesn't have the cathedral, but I can easily get it. Can I recruit anything? Of course I can. Can I afford to recruit anything? Once again, of course. Let's get 6 champions. What else can I get from this place? How about some swordsmen? I don't know. Say, how about a few red dragons to go with this? That sure hits the spot. Alright, Luna. You have to get him those reinforcements. It'll presumably be replaced by something else, but that's okay. Just full units, full types of units will be fine. I'll recruit this later on. But the Brax, might as well visit the Leprechaun. Oh, this is going to take some time. That's okay though, that's okay, we have the time. Lightning Bolt, that is exceedingly useful. That's a stroke of magnificent luck. Yeah, yada 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 ally. Maybe I should read these out. You can't use the hill fort to upgrade your dragons, can you? I'm going to assume that you can't. Alright, Crodo. Get the attack from those, and we will soon start reflagging mines and so on. And then... as soon as I get rid of all the blue heroes up top and get all the castles up top, this is essentially safe. All I have to fear are attacks from the east, which will eventually come, but that's not that big of a problem. Actually, it is a big problem because of all the gold coming from the east. But at this point, I'll be in control of most of the map. And I could hypothetically go ahead, lay siege to all the towns, get them under my banner, expand them, and so on. Right, Luna. Onwards to glory. Brother Brax, meet up with Luna instead, get the reinforcements from her. Oh, there we go, there's a knight. Good night. You know what? I'm just going to hide in this hill castle. And you can try to stop me, but I'm going to erect fortifications. Ha 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 ha. Come at me. Wonder what he'll do. He might choose to ignore that entirely, which would be the smart thing to do, or he very well may decide to attack into the castle, which is effectively suicide. I'm going to reflag all his mines. Can't allow him to keep the income. He will try to retake this like the madman he is, and though his forces are impressive, I have the spells to deal with them. He doesn't have flying units, he doesn't have ranged units, so he's got to get through the moat. Which he won't. 15 champions. Let's keep on blasting them. 9 left. That was a heap of damage. Let's wait with my champions. Keep blasting these ones. 4 left. It's a single red dragon. I have to keep it back. Fine, let's fly it over here. Alright, lightning bolt to the Crusaders. Oh yes, those lightning bolts are shredding through his forces, and the fortifications are also doing their job, aren't they? Kablamo! Oh no, he's broken through! Look how much good that did him. 216 in terms of hit points. That's nice. Fortunately, I can't do much with the champions, but that's okay. Want to retreat, buddy? Want to retreat? Well, you won't be able to. You just attacked into this. Willfully. Your arrogance was your undoing. Let's head on over here. Get the bonus in terms of attack. I'm revealing so much. And I am reveling in the revealing. That's a mighty false. Right, Luna, head on back. Soon enough, get the reinforcements, then deliver them. Fairly straightforward. I know there's probably a castle though. I'll get the northern one first, and then head west. This is paltry, and there's not even a hero here! This is it! Do I seriously use lightning bolts here? Do I? Fine, why not? I can spell one. Get out through the gates, come on. Charge at me. Down you go. Well, no he doesn't. Whatever. This'll be over soon anyway. Four left, 8 left. Attack the pikeman. They got quite tough. Low morale? That's unfortunate. But acceptable. Down you go! Glorious! Eagle Eye of Pathfinding on Basic. Pathfinding on Basic. What do you have to offer? I don't even know if I want to step in. Well, the short answer is that they have everything. Oh, yes. Yes. Hold on. Did I actually give him wisdom? He's got wisdom, an expert. Yes. How much mana do you have left? Oh, 123 out of 130. That'll do. That'll do. There's nothing left to recruit, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Now I get it, he's got access to these mines. That is undesirable, but that shall be ameliorated soon enough. Don't you worry about that. Oh look, here are the knights coming to save the day. These are tempting, that. Oh, they shall have a poor time of it. I'm considering actually hiding here, out here. That's not the worst of ideas. Just digging my heels in. You have to get me out of here kicking and screaming. Fine, build a cathedral. Give me 2 paladins. Fine, I'll upgrade these other units further down the line. Even recruit the peasants, as useless as that may be. Or at least seem. Let him attack you. Let's see what happens. Oh no, he decided to go through the dimension door. Well, fair enough, fair enough. I don't think Dimitri can break through this. And even if he can, Joke's on him, I'm heading for the other castle. And once I conquer this one, I can just head east. Let's not risk Brother Brax's life. Let's instead recruit Falagal. And upgrade. Fine, let's get the left turret instead. It's always something. Might not be particularly impressive, but the ultimate artifact is really the ultimate book of knowledge. Knowledge is indeed power. Go ahead, try and kill him. See if you can manage. You very well may manage. I'm actually not incredibly reliant on this guy staying alive. 13 hit points, Dimitri. 13 hit points. Well, that's horrifying. Right, I'm heading out with the paladin. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm heading out with essentially everything except for the centaurs. If only I could kill the rangers. That would be swell. Not sure it's gonna happen, but it would be absolutely wonderful. Or should I let the towers do the job? Maybe I should have relied on the towers. Let's just place this guy here and he will die immediately, but the towers are still kind of getting the job done. Let's curse the rangers, see what happens. Cast Bloodlust. That's some progress. I think he's going to take this castle. Cool. That didn't do much, did it? Down they will go, yes. Alright, fine, he retook his castle. That's not that big of a deal. Let's get Blood Rain. It's only defended by a captain. As soon as I manage that, we're heading east. Ugh. Anything of note in Blood Rain? Yeah, pretty much everything. Oh, and also units to recruit over in Blood Rain. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Alright then. How about I take, I don't know, 4 paladins and add them to my roster. Recruit some more champions and add them to the army as well. The dragons are really lowering my morale, but I don't think I want to get rid of them. This is pretty nice. Alright. And now let's retake Vulcania. It'll be mine very, very, very soon. I'm still horrified of the idea of putting Dimitri in harm's way, so let's not do that. Let's actually not put Dimitri in harm's way. It's on the turn. No! I moved him a bit too far! This is not gonna fly. Blind them! Yes! The blind! That actually worked! I mean, if Dimitri wins this fight, that's going to be amazing. He's got the economic artifact, so it's really in my best interest for him to win. Use the help of the phoenixes. Can I dispel that? I cannot dispel that. Blind these guys again. Can you blind them, unicorns? Unfortunately, you cannot. Well, that's okay. Actually, that's not okay. That's very far from okay. Dispel magic and paladins yet again. Down go all the sprites. However, right, blind the paladins again. See with the champions. Not bad. Oh my goodness. This is unlikely to work, but it would be awesome if it did. Stone Skin! Should have cast it a while back. 3 left. 2 left. Okay, none left. Can I actually manage this? It's too many of them, I think. Two paladins left. That was very close. Alright. If I can manage to slay him without him fleeing immediately, I can regain that economic artifact. All it took was that single lightning bolt, and the endless bag of gold is mine yet again. Let's head on to Volcania. What's the kingdom overview? There's stuff to recruit back here because it's day 2. I'm not sure I even want this stuff. Not sure I want sorceress's units. What do you have here waiting for me? A false alongside a captain. This does not floor me. But since I am playing a warlock, lightning bolt! Block them, attack these guys. Lightning bolt. Glorious. All right, I'm going to take a break here. This is absolutely marvelous. This is very promising. I have defeated his forces to the north. I don't think his lackeys are anywhere near. I need to recruit more heroes. I need to reflag all the mines, gather all the resources, get all the towns in the area. That sort of thing. Plenty of things require my attention. I've roughly conquered half the map. There's plenty yet for me to do. There are quite a few towns left to capture. There are quite a few places left to explore. There are quite a few mines I need to flag. I have the resources to do all these things. I should just use them. Alright, we might start off right here. Did I actually visit the graveyard? I can't remember at this stage. But I do know they have to flag all the mines in the area. That much is certain. There's scant few yet left unconquered, so I won't need that many heroes. But I could spare one couldn't I? Could say get Vesper the Warlock and have him go on his merry way, flagging everything. Now that begs the question, what on earth do I have on my main hero? Oh yes, Crusaders, Champions, a Red Dragon, some High Elves and Unicorns. Quite a mix. And over here I wanted to get Unicorns. I did not get that one. I know I didn't. I just hesitated. Unicorns and Phoenixes. Deliver them to my main hero as reinforcements. What about... Yeah, what about areas further to the east? I have not explored them. Oh, well that has a plethora of consequences. I have never been there. I chose a completely different path. But I guess it was a better choice than the ones I've made previously, so I won't necessarily complain. I don't think I can get any Crusaders or Champions over here. No, I cannot, and I do not wish to get anything other than level 5 or level 6 units from these castles. Actually, that's the worst of... not the worst of choices. The only thing limiting you is morale. And you could hypothetically just get level 5 and 6 units from, say, 3 different castles to compose an army out of. As long as morale is not stopping you, all that is the population available and the resources you have to recruit these. Fine, let's actually deliver those reinforcements. Might be a bit of an issue. I presumably should send my hero south and begin conquering immediately. How's Volcania doing? Not so well. Can we recruit anything here? Not really. Basically nothing. What about the Mage Guild then? What does it have to offer? Bless, Cure, and Dispel Magic. Might as well learn that. What does the tavern tell me? Blue player earns the most gold. Of course he does. With all of his gold mines. Let's upgrade the Mage Guild over here. That Thunderbolt spell is a real boon to Krodo. Oh, I also have to hand off the Bag of Endless Gold. Unfortunately, I can't hand it off to Brother Brax because he got defeated. I imprudently let that happen. But he could hand it off to, say, Luna. No harm in doing that. Let's end the turn. Will enemy heroes pop up anywhere? No, well, not quite yet anyway. But it's bound to happen soon enough. Let's flag all of these mines. I need the resources, and I need them now. Alright, Krodo, you've lingered long enough. It's dayfall. Let's go on a conquering. Well, maybe I should handle the northern regions first, since I haven't explored them last time. This might as well be a good time to do that. Although he will not get to Luna quickly enough to get those Phoenixes and the Unicorns. Or rather, all the Unicorns. So maybe instead I should head south. Conquer Podsmith and such. This is neutral. Fancy that! It's not in the blue player's hands, so it hasn't been conquered. Must have not gotten too far east. Sorry, west from its perspective then. Intriguing. Oh goodness, do I head south or do I head northeast then? Heading south would allow me to consolidate quite a decent bit. Yes, let's head south. If there's any threat to the north, I will immediately go over there. Stop myself wherever I am. Of course, the biggest threat for me is to just fall apart, because I'll be forced to split my attention between too many things happening in too many places at once, but hopefully that will not be much of an issue. I have these 4 castles at my disposal. I do need to Focus on upgrading them. For instance, I need the upgraded cathedral over here, so I can get as many crusaders as possible. What about the other castles? They want anything here? Not really. I need all the statues and wells and such. Statues and wells, this has been upgraded fully. We don't have the shipyard here, but that's because we can't have the shipyard here. We don't have the mage guild. At the highest level, not the fortifications, but everything else is just gathering reinforcements from the Knight Castles should be not only feasible, but trivial. Oh boy. Tyro. Well, that's okay. He's Tyro. That sounds inexperienced enough, doesn't it? Not necessarily. You know what? That's just pissing Tyro off. That was imprudent. But then again, if he decides to go west instead of going for Volcania, that's his problem. How's the mana situation? Has he replenished? Oh yes, he's at 130 points of mana. This should be simple enough. Right, Tyro. I see you're on your way, and I'll see you're desperate to attack Frodo. But then, whoa! Of course, because the 2 units of size 2, so he could reach that spot. However, I think I do need to blind the Crusaders. You know, when they speak of blind zealots, they really mean these guys. It's the speed. It's not just that they have that much in terms of movement points. So the movement points are limited. They're reasonable. It's just that I've upped the game speed so much that everything blazes past me. Alright, let's attack with the Unicorns. Blind them, please. Fiddlesticks. Right, attack these guys. 2 go down. Bash them with the champions, I guess? Slay the peasants! That's lovely. Unfortunately, my morale is somewhat low. No more blindness on the Crusaders! Don't you dare slay my dragons. My morale! My morale is poor. You know, I've earned that to an extent. I've mixed my troops up. Thus, my morale is unimpressive, but still, as reasonable as it may be, it does not please me. Lightning bolt. Fine, attack the Crusaders. 1 goes down, 5 of your guys go down. No, 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 this isn't the end, is it? Don't tell me this is the end. I've gotten too far in this run. I've been doing too damn well for so long to just lose right here and now. Alright, lightning bolt. Down to fall. Kablamo Shazamo! And he's gonna flee, isn't he? No, he isn't! Slice. 2. Blinded! Lightning bolt finishes them off. My losses have been tremendous, and my disappointment is... No! My disappointment is measurable, actually. That's impressive, but not unbeatable. It still is impressive, though. It's still horrifying. Oh, the red dragons were lowering morale. Hello there, by the way. Yeah, I know. Indeed, they are good aligned. And what I have underestimated were the red dragons. After all, they are from the Warlock's castle. So they have lowered morale quite a bit. I had the red dragons from the Warlock's castle. I had the Crusaders and the champions from the Knight's castle. And then a handful of, I believe, elves and unicorns from the sorceresses. That tends to have quite a horrible effect on morale. How do I get out of this mess? Let's go to the kingdom view and find out. Can I actually recruit much of anything? As a matter of fact, potentially, this stone is the only place with units available. So which castle is that? Oh yeah, the one that's about to become attacked. Now, this seems hopeless, but it really isn't. Because what I do have is Dimension Doll. Costs 10 mana, but might just get me to my destination. Dimension Doll once. Let's get this guy out of the way. He's really not contributing much of anything. Oh, and my goodness, I could have him collect halflings or whatever. That's not going to be terribly beneficial. I think he should just flag the mines. Although that's going to take him an eternity and a half, unfortunately. He's too weak to conquer any castles. I can almost get there. But I'm going to need one more dimension though. There. Now I could choose to attack Hector, or more wisely, I could choose to just hole up over here. And hope for the best. The only thing... What's his name? The only thing Krodo has going for him at this stage is the mana. Just this pure raw spell power and my ability to both blind units and then blast them with lightning bolts. This army is just pitiful. But it's day 6. If I can survive just a smidgen more, I will be able to replenish and be able to get reinforcements and then perhaps turn the tide. I never get too much of a chance to appreciate the opera in these games, do I? So soothing, so wonderful. So epic. Is this what I want? Is this the composition I want? Well, I could hypothetically get Arch instead of Unicons, but that's not the way to go. I could reposition them a bit, and I think that's the best I can do in the circumstances I'm in. I can't get a higher level of the Mage Guild. Indeed, this is the Mage Guild where I got Dimension Doll originally. This brings back undead units. Anti-magic can be useful. Berserker is something I ought to consider. Same goes for Meteor Shower, but Berserker... It's making enemy units attack their own comrades. That might come in handy. I think I also am going to need more heroes just to deliver reinforcements left and right. Oh boy. I really don't want to lose at this stage. It was going so well. He's got, what, a horde of peasants? Several of these archers. Not terribly impressive over falls. Which of his heroes is the strongest? Do we actually have a Thieves Guild? This is the Thieves Guild? Alright, fair enough. His most impressive hero is this guy, whose name I cannot see. With 10 attack, 8 defense. Yes, Berserker on the peasants. I'm afraid that's not going to do much of anything, but hey. Hypothetically, it can be done. The good thing is that he's got fewer castles than me. That's the only advantage so far. I could also conquer even more castles by conquering the towns in the nearby area and then upgrading them to castles. This takes a while though. I think he's on the brink of losing. The moment I survive this week, I get reinforcements from all the castles I own with all the gold I have, all the resources I've accumulated. My army will ultimately become overwhelming. And no matter how much gold he has at his disposal, if his dwellings simply do not produce the units for him to recruit, he's going to be stuck with plenty of gold and no units to recruit it with. No units to recruit with it, rather. Alright. Enough procrastinating. Let's end this turn and have him run away. Bravely run away. As you can see, his abject cowardice Let's let him to retreat. And of course, that will be his downfall. I could hypothetically... I could do a number of things, honestly. And that number of things includes getting those damn red dragons, even with Luna. Because they're my allies no matter on what hero I actually pick them up. So I could get the red dragons and then deliver them to my primary hero further down the line, instead of sending him all the way here to get them. Furthermore, I could hypothetically conquer Portsmouth just with Luna. Now that would be non-trivial because she's level 1 and her army might not actually be as impressive as I think it is, even with a few red dragons on my side, but still, I could hypothetically do that. Send it on. Oh, of course he gets that castle. Well, that's okay. Because, guess what? I get these Crusaders. And some more units, of course. Swordsmen, the champions, the pikemen. That's about it. And then off I dimensioned all to the west to get Hector. Ah yes, these forces defend the castle and Hector is out there by his lonesome. About to get murdered. Over here we go. And of course these forces attack together. As deceptive as this may be, you have to look at the castle's forces and the hero's forces in conjunction, because they defend together. That doesn't matter though. Look at this. That's what, a paltry force of 4 Crusaders? Please, I have 10 of them. I think I have turned the tide already. As pessimistic as I may have originally been, I think I might just win here. Not just this encounter, mind you, but in this attempt. The level of incompetence necessary for me to actually falter would be quite impressive. As much as I know that I can fail in circumstances that seem to be impossible to lose, I can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. I think I'll manage. Oh, I should media shower this. Yeah, there's media shower. I didn't use Berserker, but let's media shower them. See, you have to turn that page. Oh, by the way, let's get expert logistics at this stage. Let's finally get that. He's level what? 16, and he finally got expert logistics. Because apparently I've been investing in everything else. Can I actually recruit some units here? Of course, because he got to day 1, but my turn comes before his, presumably. Marvelous. Now, I'm running out of gold. That may be a bit of an issue. Which means that the most sensible thing to do in these circumstances is to just start trading away the resources. Do I have marketplaces in every single city of mine? No, not quite. Although I could get yet another one. I just need to trade for gold first. Not the right order of operations, but fair enough. I just need 500 gold. Alright, give me that marketplace, please. It's another marketplace. Gives me better exchange rates. There's no marketplace over here. Let's get 500 more. There we go, another marketplace. Alright. And now, let's trade away the vast overwhelming majority of my all for gold. I don't know, maybe I should leave 20? Let's leave 20, just to be able to upgrade those castles further down the line. And I can trade, I don't know, 31 gems. It's always difficult to estimate these sorts of things. How much do I need? How much do I want? At this point I could trade away all the resources, but then you need, I don't know, 5 units of wood for something, and you just become extremely disappointed with yourself and your decisions. For actually trading away all of it when you just needed some of it, or even the vast overwhelming majority of it. And as we get to the opera, of course, I am about to leave the castle. I never do get to experience much of that. Have I actually been here? I can't remember at this stage. If we haven't, presumably we should. It's just going to be filled with zombies. And my goodness, I don't think I'm just about to lose to AI. That's 3 red dragons. There's a force to be reckoned with. Anything else I would like to get? Yes, presumably some units in other castles, if that's possible. And it is. The poultries of defenders are present in Vulcania. That's on the edge of my territory over here. Well, the blue player may strike at any moment. But that's okay. I'll get more units though. I'll put them in the main army, and then we shall head east. I'm glad I retreated. There's Maximus. Should I even go for this graveyard? Is that a waste of time? I think it very well may be a waste of time. We could get some artifacts though. Ah, what the hell. But I think the zombies just spent several hours searching the graves, finding nothing. Such a despicable act loses the army's morale. That's the last thing I needed! Oh well. You know, at this stage, as awful as this seems, I might just dimension all my way to the enemy. Come on. Such an awkward way to travel. But then again, if he ends his turn in a castle, he will replenish all his mana points. So it's worth it. Go to Vulcania. Get these troops. Oh! Oh, I see. I need to upgrade the armory. And upgrade these guys. Hopefully I haven't lost much by doing it in this order. However, these... Yeah. I don't remember if I've searched the graves already. I might have done so already. I don't think it flags it. No, it doesn't. I think I've already been there. That's why it was such a horrible failure. Eesh. But that's okay. Presumably that will go away after a single confrontation, right? It's clearly not permanent. Right, let's end the turn over here. I know that I will lose Portsmouth, but that's okay. I will reconquer it very soon. That replenishes all the mana? Indeed, it replenishes all of the mana. Absolutely 100%. So upgrade the blacksmith. Get the pikemen. Not the strongest unit, but my goodness, what can I do? Is there anything else I would like? Anything else at all? Do I replace the unicorns with the phoenixes? Presumably I should replace the pikemen, in which case I got them unnecessarily in the first place. But that's okay. Oh, this is going to be quite a choice. I think I replaced the pikemen with the dragons. And now do I take the 3 phoenixes? Or do I take the unicorns? Do I, instead of that, ditch the swordsman? That might be the way to go. So 3 level 6 units. And 2 level 5 units. Although that decreases my morale even further. I'm not sure I should do that. In which case I think, to maintain morale and my sanity, I think I should ditch these units, the sorceresses units, instead of just plopping them in and ditching the dragons or something like that. That would be ridiculous. And I clearly don't want to purge the knights units because I have these 17 crusaders. I think this might be the way to go. I'm also handing off the gold generator to Luna. And she needs to start helping by, I don't know, flagging this old mine or something. Delivering reinforcements soon enough. Alright, with all the mana replenished, I can reach Portsmouth very, very soon. However, I will use a couple of dimension doors in order to expedite that even further. That's one teleport. Here's a second one. And as he splits his forces, imprudently, I will be able to wipe both of them out, both of the groups. First of all, let's go for the castle. Since these forces have no hero associated with them, conquering them is going to be trivial. Actually, let's just wait. Sounds weird. Unfortunately, I'm affected by low morale. Hopefully, this will not impact the fight against the hero. Done. How long does this last? Okay, my morale is neutral. Thank goodness. Your armies will never have extra attacks, all freeze in combat. I'm glad I got that out of the way by fighting the forces in the castle. I also have to upgrade Portsmouth as soon as I can, but I need a bit more wood for that. For now, let's take care of Maximus. I could hypothetically go to Portsmouth and try to defend from there, but that doesn't make much of a difference. And I don't want him to get away either. Does he have powerful spells? Even if he does, he's got spell power of 1 and knowledge of 1. Very high morale, though. Very little mana. Let's start blasting away. Nice. He casts a single blind spell. Big whoop. Alright, how about you stab the champions? Right in the posterior. Let's use the dragons. And the champions as well? I don't know. Maybe I should get rid of the... What's more powerful? 13 of these or 6 of these? They deal 10 to 20. These deal 5 to 10. So yeah, about twice. That means that Crusaders are less powerful because there's more than twice the number of champions here. The health on my dragons is perfectly fine. Let's try to get rid of some Crusaders by blasting them with a lightning bolt. Excellent. 5 of these guys remain, so the Crusaders are not more powerful, especially since they're blessed. And he bravely runs away. Of course he does. They tend to do that. Can't upgrade this, but I can get some resources over here. It's a paltry amount, and at this point it's basically irrelevant, but I might as well. I think Luna is reflagging this. I need to be cautious with her. I don't want her to get hurt. There we go, another blue hero. Of course, he's got plenty of gold, so he can keep recruiting them. But on the other hand, I am draining his gold by attacking them every single time. Oh, he's over here to the south. That's Lord Kilburn! That's his most powerful hero! That's unbelievable. That's his most powerful hero. That's the army. I think I'm in a good spot. If you don't think so, no. You're free to disagree, but I'm pretty confident I'm in a very good spot, considering the paltry army at his disposal. Now, I could just head south, or I could, you know, abuse Dimension Door yet again. However, I'm at 107 mana. Yeah, clearly that won't do. 107 mana, that's so little. No, it's not. Let's head on south through here. Just trot over there. And conquer Middlegate soon enough. I'll get Kilburn soon. Oh, is there anything I can recruit? Is there anything I have missed? Yeah, hypothetically, I could recruit units in Pinehurst. And I've just recently learned this. You can recruit units from the castle screen, from the castle overview screen, from this screen. Sorry, from the kingdom overview screen, technically. The one under K. Fancy that. Can you dismiss units from this screen as well? Yes, you can! Absolutely mind-blowing. You don't have to click on every single building in every single castle separately. You can just go to the castle, to the kingdom overview screen and deal with things from here. But aside from that... Yeah, aside from that, here's Lord Kilbert. Might as well attack him right away. Not let him menace me anymore. Alright, Shakanar. He doesn't have that much mana. He's got 11 and 8. There's attack and defense, 6 and 3. So I won't be doing that much damage to him. He'll be dealing plenty to me. Let's get rid of the shooters first. Resilient. He doesn't have terribly powerful units at all. Look at this. Tier 1, Tier 2. Tier 2, Tier 2. Tier 3. The best he's got is Tier 3. I think I'll manage. Adoption Ray is quite powerful. 4 Crusaders have perished. He's really powerful. Even though his units are pitiful. It's the stats that allow him to thrive. One red dragon has perished, so 2 remain. But once again, that's the most powerful hero he's got. Deal with those pikemen, come on! 7 go down, 33 remain. Slice them twice! Yes! Brother Brax has had an unfortunate accident and met his demise. However, I was able to retrieve the artifact by killing the hero that killed him. Alright. Slaying the sprites. Attacking the wolves with the dragons. The dragons are just going to keep on dying now. But that's okay. If I get rid of all the dragons, they'll no longer lower my morale. Oh, great. I've blocked myself. So the champions can reach their target. Oh, boy. Fine. Slay the dwarves, my brave crusaders. Slice them once, slice them twice. Will he run away? He won't. Not yet, anyway. Dwarves can resist magic, can't they? Oh, this is so nasty. Of course they resisted the spell! Why wouldn't they? The dwarves! Champions or pikemen against the dwarves? You know what? Fine, I can stab them now. I will stab them now. Can't get the champions in though. They're almost gone. Down they go! I have defeated the most powerful hero, so maybe, just maybe, some artifacts will go my way. Now, these losses are not as horrible as they could have been. 2 red dragons, horrible, but once again, this is defeating the strongest hero of the enemy's army. This is the enemy's forces. This could have been a lot more brutal and I still would have been ahead. 9 crusaders, 3 champions, as opposed to his entire army. The Medal of Courage, presumably granting morale, a pendant of free will, the ice cloak, the mage's ring of power, the kinetic pendant, the ankh, the lightning helm have been acquired. I'm not sure why he did not run away. I do know that no artifacts have overflown. Because there are still slots left. The lightning helm halves all damage your troops take from lightning spells. That is good news. That means that he only took half the damage from all the lightning spells over there in that fight. Now, he's going to take the entire brunt of the damage. All of it. Oh, wonderful. Oh, and I don't have to fight these guys. I guess I could just teleport over here and pick these artifacts up. I think this grants defense. I don't know about this little hat. This little jaunty hat. But yes, let's conquer all the places I can conquer. Let's get Middlegate. Although upgrading all the sorceress' towns is going to be a chore at this stage. I don't think I'm going to get plenty more phoenixes this game. Although I could try. I think I'll have to rely on Knight's forces. Forces from the Knight's castle. The elves go down. The dragons of course fine. The spies have been slain. The dwarves go down. The town is mine. Right, Middlegate. I can't upgrade it because I don't have enough wood. That's okay though. Can you regen mana though? I don't think you can. Because it's not a castle, it doesn't have a mage guild. But at the very least I can reflag all of these mines. No. And reposition my troops strategically to deliver reinforcements in the nearby future. Oh, of course the path here is blocked because of Luna. Never mind. I was worried though for a moment. I could trade for wood, but that's pathetic. There's a sawmill over there that I have to flag, that's why I'm not getting as much wood as I need. It's also day 5, soon enough I'll get even more reinforcements, and at that point, defeating me will be quite a challenge. That gives more morale, doesn't it? I presumably should trade artifacts with some secondary hero just to get rid of the less impressive ones. I should probably zip on east. Check out any enemy heroes in the area. Might as well fight the orcs, reveal the territory. They shouldn't fight me. Yeah, let's not pursue them, that's pointless. Let's reveal this place. Any enemy heroes in the area? Any at all? I was about to say no, but it's Sabu. Right there. With a false. Not an overwhelming false, not even an impressive false, but a false nonetheless. Go here, and I'm out of movement points. I can conquer Atlantium soon enough though. Not much of a point in doing so, but I can do it. Need to watch out for Sabu. At this point I think I'll just beat them at their own game. I will do the same sort of thing that the AI intends to do to you once it gets Dimension Door. I will zip around the map and conquer everything. And then I'll teleport back to the nearest city to replenish mana. Why would I cast Lightning Bolt though? What possessed me? I'll just let them get to me. Well, largely, I'm going to slay the sprites with the dragons. Pathfinding or diplomacy? And diplomacy has helped me a smidgen so far. I think pathfinding might be more useful, although I will mostly be zipping around, just teleporting. Can I actually get to Pinehurst anytime soon? I can start... Of course I can. I have 72 mana. Let's do this. I could even slay the dwarves on my way. Might as well clear out the area. Do I pursue them now? Dimension door here. Enter Pinehurst to replenish mana. And possibly get some phoenixes. Possibly instead of the red dragons. Or rather, the single red dragon. But I'll have 3 red dragons the very next turn. And of course, plenty of troops from all of these castles are coming right up. Week of the Zombie. Let's get on recruiting. Oh yes, and of course Luna has the reinforcements that will never be delivered. That's horrible. You know, now that I think about it, that's not really that much of a problem. First of all, where's the enemy hero? And second of all, I could, once again, I could teleport all the way over there. I have the knowledge on my primary hero. It's not a problem. The map. I need to see the map. There we go. That's the enemy hero. That way. It's Sabu, most certainly. I can teleport to... Oh, goodness. I could have swapped them. Actually, it was unnecessary to disband that unit. But never mind. I could build a mage guild. It's mostly using up wood that would upset me in this procedure. But let's get the 3rd level of the mage guild. Whatever. Cold Ring and Master Spell. Now, since he's regened all his mana, he's got 140. He can travel all the way north to reach Tsabu, but he could also travel all the way north to get reinforcements from my heroes before attacking Tsabu. It is within the realm of possibility. Now let's get Ambrose the Knight. Have him get these champions, these crusaders, master swordsmen, and so on. Pikemen. He will deliver these forces all the way over here to Luna. Plenty of pointless busy work, but that's what this game is. And since Luna is going off on her merry way and he's presumably staying behind, let's take that economic artifact away from him. Now, I could hypothetically use Vesper to transport these units further. No, that's not gonna happen. He's got basically no movement points left. This is hopeless. Found anything out of this, I'm just going to have to move my primary hero all the way north and retrieve that. No other way about it. But I might as well end the turn at a castle. And by doing so, replenish all the mana for next turn. This is such a degenerative strategy. But then again, if it works, I guess it's actually a lot better than the alternative, which is to go through the map step by step and methodically try to wipe everything out, which I have been doing all this time. Oh, it does consume some movement points, I guess. Well, never mind then. Huh. Fine, I'll just go to this castle to the east right here. And I have no movement points. That's acceptable for now, though. I will replenish them this turn, and then I shall just head on east and slay everything. Here's Mandigal. Not particularly powerful, but then again, that's what happens when you wipe out the strongest enemy hero. Let's get this mine under my control. Reveal area further to the east. Get Luna with the reinforcements closer to my primary hero. Ambrose the Knight, who's got the economic artifact, shall head to the northeastern corner over here to stay safe. My primary hero will stay in the primary castle. Not much of a primary castle really, but in this castle. Nicely centrally positioned. And he will just stay there to regen his mana. That's the only purpose. Oh, he could also hand off some of the more useless artifacts. That was the effectiveness of Resurrect and Animate spells. I don't have those. Immune to Paralyze. I don't know about this. Oh, the Mage's Ring of Power. That's nice. Halves the damage they take from cold spells. Oof. Eh. Yes, Hypnosis increases morale, increases duration, Mind Influence. I don't know about this one. These seem mostly useless. I mean, no, they seem very situational. It's not that they're useless. They are useful in very particular circumstances. I just transferred all the units to Luna. What am I doing? I think there are more useful artifacts that could be gathered. Let's get rid of this, for instance. I have no resurrection spells for now, and once I get them, I may as well transfer this all the way back from Luna. Immunity to paralysis doesn't seem that tempting considering the... I can dispel that first and foremost, and secondly, I don't think any of the enemies actually use paralyze spells. And quite frankly, the spells are just paltry and pathetic. So any artifacts that defend me against spells are unnecessary. They're just not gonna blast me to death with spells. Alright, let's head on back here. Regen the mana to 1/4. Oh, he's at 61. That's not bad. It's quite impressive. Regen the mana, see what the enemy heroes do. Of course, they meander about aimlessly. This as far as I can see. What's to the east, Vesper? I'm basically sacrificing this guy to scout the area out. There's a castle. That's the Castle of Dragontooth. That could be my next destination. Although, I presumably should take care of Tsabo before he gets to Atlantium. Alright. Let's deal with him. I think you get very diminishing returns on Dimension Doll. It eventually starts eating away at your movement points. I'm moving the furthest possible distance I can using Dimension Doll. Alright, now. Next Dimension Doll will get me all the way over here. And basically right next to Tsabo. Let's slay him. Then head north, conquer the town, head north, conquer the castle over there that I've just discovered. The usual. Is that his most powerful hero? I don't know, and quite frankly at this stage, I don't care! A lightning bolt to... gargoyles, I guess? Slay the griffins, or at least try to. Down they go. That's one phoenix damaged, it's not even dead. One will die though. Yes, one Phoenix does go down. But once again, those are acceptable losses. Really? There's still... I've lost a single Phoenix in this fight. That was quite possibly his most powerful hero. Oh well. Not powerful enough, I guess. Is there anything I can get here? No, because I've just recruited everything. Let's see the Kingdom of a View screen. I've basically taken care of everything except for Pinehost. I can start upgrading my paltry little towns into castles. Although I'm going to need additional resources for that. Should I trade for wood? Yeah, let's not do that. What should Luna actually do? Hang out in this castle and deliver reinforcements in the future? Why am I slurring things so much today? Let's see further. There's an enemy at the very tail edge of my vision. But I'll take care of him soon enough. First, let's conquer Portsmouth. You can't recruit heroes in towns, so it's not that much of a threat, but I might as well deal with it. Quite a few of these units may not even may not go all the way across the map like the Phoenixes or the Dragons, but they go halfway across the map, and most of the time that's enough. It doesn't seem particularly satisfying, but at the same time, it's really not bad. I think I'm just horribly picky. I need to head to Dragontooth. How much mana does he have? 104. I can regen mana back at Dragontooth. Am I really so desperate so as to conquer Dragontooth right now? I could just go back to Volcania. I think I should. Luna, get out of there. And just like that, Crodo is back in Volcania, regenning mana. The usual, might as well send Luna off to I don't even know where. And obviously get even more heroes. I presumably shouldn't mess with this knight. He's not going to be in a good mood, based on the fact that I'm very near his castle, and enough as it is. Alright. 2 heroes remain over there. Thankfully, Crodo has regened all of his mana. Stage 5, so no reinforcements for the enemies. Here's Lord Kilburn. Back at it again. Could I have recruited him? Presumably not, because presumably the AI gets first picks for recruitment in those sorts of situations. But he doesn't have his artifacts with him anymore. Not a single one. So I'll be able to slay him without much trouble. Also, his army is pitiful. Even more pitiful than last time. Well, I tried to attack from above. You've seen me, presumably. Onwards! Oh, yes, another attack. Slay the peasants. Death wave! And he flees. That hasn't dealt much damage, now has it? Let's attack this guy. Yes, this is a mop-up phase. There's really not much else that's gonna happen in this mission. Can always cast Berserker, all Meteor Shower. I have all these options. But I think they're really superfluous. I don't need to do that. What's the point? I would just be wasting mana that I can use on a perfectly fine dimension doll all the way across the map to the enemy's castle. Oh, I don't even take too much damage from the halflings because I close the distance and slay them right now. You know what? I don't want you messing about. I'm just going to slay your peasants right now. Experience acquired, no artifacts. Not even any artifacts to give me. Pathetic. Can I at least attack Dragon Tooth this turn? No, I have to wait until next turn unless I'm willing to use Dimension Doll. I am. Dragon Tooth it is. No heroes defending Dragon Tooth. And these are the units that are trying to guard it. Hilarious. No units lost. Dragon Tooth is mine. Let's get on inside. What do we have here? Everything? Not quite, but close. Let's build the 4th level of the Mage Guild. We get Resurrect and Mass Cure. Also Death Wave, Master Spell, yada yada yada, whatever. Nothing left to recruit. Fair enough, I wouldn't have expected anything. After all, any wise AI or human would know in these sorts of circumstances not to leave anything unrecruited in the castle. But still. It's... oh, it's just A5, never mind that. Never mind what I was about to say. I still believe I ought to keep upgrading my silly little towns into castles, even though that means that they're much more of a liability if ever conquered. But I think that is the way to go. All I need to do is go further east, conquer anything over here, then sail to the southeastern corner and be done with it. At least I think that's all that's required. No enemy heroes spotted. None whatsoever. Upgrade the blacksmith. Whatever. He's got all the mana. I'm not going to sit around and wait to potentially get units next week. I could trade for Sulfur and try to get the 5th level of the Mage Guild, but I'm not even willing to do that. I don't want to go to the graveyard to risk getting negative morale. I'm just heading east, down the road, there we go, San Sobal, all the way over there, and there's a road up here leading to some other castle. I will visit that castle first. Head on over here, Luna, and you'll deliver the reinforcements as they are ready. Not quite yet, though. Not quite yet. Oh, look, an enemy hero freshly recruited. Whoa! What do you think? No, Luna! You'll pay for this. Who the hell is that? That's Sir Gallant, who has managed to... oh, that's just a sign. Well, since I'm here already, I might as well head on over to San Sobal, conquer that, and hold myself up over there. Huh. If it's not his final castle, then it's the penultimate castle, surely. Let's not cast any spells here. What am I even considering? No losses. Zanzibar is mine, and I'm going in. Anything I can get from here? Oh yes, I can get a single Titan. Mind if I do. What else do you have for me? Some halflings. I'll gladly take them. The Mage Guild offers some spells. I could build a marketplace here, but I don't care enough to do that. How many movement points does he have left? Quite a few, actually. I could go after his heroes, but I think it's more prudent to just stay put and let him attack me. Also, I will retreat with all of my heroes for now, since things are going south. Oh, that's the White Pearl. I should have gathered it. Never mind. Oh well. He seems fairly content owning that single castle to the north. Well, that's cute and everything, but... Good plans. Do I mess with my morale by including yet another unit from another castle? Or do I take into account the fact that I have one artifact that grants me bonus morale and take 4 titans instead of what exactly? Titans deal about 20 to 30, let's say 20 times 4, so that's 80, and these guys deal more damage. 3 times about 20, so that's... No, hold on, no, not by the hit points, by the number. So 3 times about 50, no, the titans still don't make sense. That's hilarious. Let's get some more attack. And now I can finish these heroes off. Let's slate Sabu. I'm not sure if I should chase after all of them before heading northwest. I obviously could, but it might not be the best of ideas. After all, they might disperse, and I don't think I can defend this castle with a few titans alone. Although I might be able to, now that I think about it. There he goes, he just decided to flee. Pathetic. I'm really not impressed. But what do you expect? Alright, this is just a town. He doesn't have a castle here anymore, so all I have to do is retake Hillstone and I should be fine. Let's go to the kingdom screen to investigate and, of course, recruit units. How lovely. No room left for them anyway. That's the Castle of Bloodrain. I might as well get rid of these silly skeletons. And that's about it. I know I've run out of gold, but I've recruited almost everything. I know he's got more resources than I do, but I still think I'm doing pretty fine. No, that's an eyeball. Never mind that. It's on the turn. Now, what do I do? Do I attack Maximus? Very well could. Perhaps I even should. Yeah, I think I should. I don't want to have him wandering about, being a menace to all of my castles. Let's just go for him. It's got the biggest falls I can see. I presumably should have checked the Thieves Guild, but never mind that. Lightning bolting these guys. Down they go immediately. Let's slay all the goblins. Marvelous. I'm presumably going to lose a phoenix or two to his archers. Yeah, I've lost 3. Oh, that's horribly unfortunate positioning, but I should be able to win here, slaying him anyway. I'm going to use a lightning bolt to make sure of that. Down they go. Archery advanced or pathfinding an expert? Archery is so unnecessary in these circumstances. I've ditched all the ranged units I had, and I had plenty initially. I'm not sure about this. Does he even have a strong enough army to conquer these castles with no defenders to speak of? Well, we shall see, I guess. He's busy reconquering mines, which is odd. He doesn't have much of an army. Oh, and he's decided to start recruiting heroes over there. Fair enough. I'm not going to go after Tyrod. I guess that means Sansobal is going to get reconquered. I'm fine with that for the time being. I need to deal with the enemy incursion over here first. There we go. Let's slay Sir Gallant. Look at the number of these peasants. How impressive. I love that lightning bolt. With no Helm of Lightning immunity or whatever the hell it's called, it deals an impressive amount of damage to everything and anything under the sun. Especially with that level of spell power. And with so many casts available due to the level of knowledge. Ah yes, of course. He's still got the peasant, so he thinks he can compete. He cannot. A single Phoenix lost. I got a Snake Ring, an Ankh, a Kinetic Pendant, an Ice Cloak, the Pendant of Free Will, the Skull Cap. Oh, I got them back. Because I handed them off to Luna, who got horribly, brutally slain. But he had the Snake Ring. How's the casting cost of Bless Spells? He got the Snake Ring from some other source. Now, let's cast Dimension Door one more time. And I've ran out of movement points. That's okay, though. I'll just wait for him. Does he want to attack me? Oh, goodness. Fine. Let's conquer Hillstone first, and then I can enter that portal. See where that leads. Presumably, it's a two-way portal. It's a single Phoenix left. It's just lowering my morale at this point. Taking up space. Well, goes my final Phoenix. Hey, hold on. I can't get through the gates quite yet. Oh boy. Guess I'll just blast him with lightning bolts and wait for the end. Yes, there we go. Lost a single Phoenix. The final Phoenix. The ultimate Phoenix. And of course, he's recruited everything and anything under the sun. What's his most powerful hero now? I am the red player. I have the highest number of towns, highest number of castles, not the highest number of heroes. I don't have the most gold in... I have the most gold in my treasury. I have more gold than him. The tide has turned. He's got more wood, ore, gem, crystal, sulfur, mercury. I've got more artifacts. My army is stronger than him. I don't know about income. He's a warrior. Good luck with that. How much mana? 33. He needs to replenish his mana. And I need to head on to these castles and give reinforcements to Crodo. I know this is about to get conquered. That's okay. You know, now that I look at this... He's got some spells, but at the same time, this is a paltry falls. I might be able to defend with 4 Titans. Maybe I should have invested in castle defenses more heavily. Look at this. Now he's got high morale. That's good for him, I guess. I still have those 4 Titans. How are they doing on health? 220. Cure them, cure the Titans. But back to... They're not back to full health, not even close. But that's okay. His defense has been lowered. That's still 4 Titans. This is amazing. Steel skin. Right, down you go. That is a ranged unit, hypothetically, but I think they deal full damage up close. That kills all the halflings, but that's okay. Can I actually slay all the Medusas? 3 Titans remain. How many Medusas? 9. 2 mana, can't cast much of anything. Shoot them! 3 titans yet remain. Astonishing. No! Oh, he decided to flee. I've managed to hold him off. Now, Lord Kilburn will make short work of this, but that was still hilarious to experience. Oh boy. The red player has the most powerful forces. Indeed, the red player is quite impressive, isn't he? There we go. I've denied him these forces. Before I deliver these units to him, that's just not practical. Let's recruit Hector, really? Isn't he? I think I've defeated him at some point. That's hilarious. But if he wants to work for me, I see no reason not to have him. I do not doubt his loyalty for a moment. Alright, I can either go to Sansibar or try to teleport and see where that leads. I think I might want to teleport very, very soon. It's the Kingdom Overview. Bosses available in Volcania, that's about it. And where is that? This is Volcania. Where is it? That's Bloodrain. Ah, memorizing these castles. Ah, yes, of course, this is the one roughly in the middle, a bit to the north. I could recruit a hero. I should recruit a hero. Oh, cheap. I'll recruit Becky. Move these troops up. And I think the very next turn I will have the reinforcements necessary for Krodo to destroy anything and everything. Anything that could possibly try to give him pause, so to speak. Still have that slot unfilled, but you know, that's just life. I've lost all the phoenixes, and I don't think I can easily replenish them. Let's send... what's his name? Hector? No, that's Ambrose. Let's send Ambrose over here to the northwest. Have him wait though. Let's try to get reinforcements from Rebecca. Actually, let's wait for reinforcements from Rebecca. I know this castle is about to get conquered. There's very little I can do about it. I will let it fall. I'll just accept it. Can I blind anything? No, I cannot. Steel skin then on the Titans. Should I try to deal with the enemy Titans? Let's just try to shave off as many mages as I can. That's a reasonable goal. One mage remains. All the mages are dead. The enemy Titans are going to be a pain to try to deal with, but... once again, I'm not winning this encounter. I just have to come to terms with that. It's not gonna happen. But I could try to take down one Titan. If at all possible. $215. Fine, slay some peasants. Getting slain by peasants is What a sad way to go. 199. My Titans will go down this turn. No, they won't. Apparently. 186, come on. $140. $125. The towers are going down, my Titans are going down, my mages have gone down. I don't think I'll actually slay a single additional Titan. Just prolonging the inevitable, but I mostly wanted to deny him units anyway, so killing those mages was just a nice bonus. Depleting the mana does not matter. You will replenish it by staying in the castle anyway. Alright, Becky. Deliver those units. That is a mighty falls. Actually, I'll keep the Ang. It's handy. The time has come. Let's go for the stone lifts. Where does that teleport me? What? Oh. Oh, this is a weird place. What happened? Oh, this is a swamp. Hello, Tsabu. How you doing there, buddy? Oh my goodness, look at those gold mines. Those veritable gold mines. They are. I'm going to dimension all my way to you and then slay you. Then I'll get those gold mines, any castle you might have there, and well, I think that's all she wrote. For Roland's forces over here. For his puny little vassals. And a silly act of insurrection. Right, Sabu has fled. Fair enough, I wouldn't want to fight myself either. By the way, who's the closest? Hector. Hector, do you have any artifacts worth losing? No. On you go then. Conquer all those mines. Please, flag them for me. Oh yes. Glorious. It's all mine now, especially the mines. That's it? That's just the mines? Huh. How quaint. And then, as I reveal the territory here, I can presumably just dimension though to the other side. Lovely. And I can reconquer Sansabal. Alright. I need to retake all the mines over here. To deny any access to resources to my foe. I think that's about it. That's about as much as I can do. Fine, let's check the kingdom screen. What can I do? I can upgrade Middlegate to a castle. Fine, let's upgrade the... I know, let's upgrade Atlantium to a castle. Why not? Let's well get some things in these places. I mean, erect some buildings, you know. In the castles where that's still possible, I mean. I don't need an upgrade archery range over here. Not much needed here. Fine, build an archery range in Middlegate. What about Atlantium? Can't build anything there. I just upgraded to a castle. This is the end game. They're all just done. Alright, Crowdo. I didn't want to cast View Mines, but... oh, whatever. Dimension door over here. And now, Dimension door to the other side. Hello, Lord Kilburn. How aptly you are named. Oh, just about to get killed. And that constitutes a burn. Also, I've heard. Let's close the distance. As much as I can. He can try to flee, but to what end exactly? Lightning bolt. Down the Titans go. Any artifacts on you? Yes, the Serenity Pendant, the other cold Icicle, and that's about it. Immune to Berserk, cold spells. Do 50% more damage. Okay, I could hypothetically cast cold spells, but I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's even useful. Alright. Charge. Down the gargoyles go. Scanning for the centaurs. I'm conquering this little town. Slay the centaurs. And the griffins. Oh, fine. Let's slay them with the crusaders, whatever. The town is mine. What is it even called? White Shield. That's wonderful. That's very nice. Now let's go for Sansabal. Any heroes in the area? You know what? I don't even care. Sansabal it is. Really? Meteor shower. Down they go. Slain. Sansabal is mine. Nothing to get here. Where are the enemy heroes? Let's check the map. It's not M. It's the flag and the map. There we go. Where are the enemy heroes? There's surely somewhere. Well, there's one possibility remaining, and that is this corner of the map. That's the only remaining possibility, in fact. Other than somewhere about here lurking. I don't think that's the case. Fine. Let's just stay in this castle, then possibly get some falses, if at all necessary. After which point we shall set sail to the southeast and finish this mission off entirely. Now then, the only thing that remains, as I presumably previously said, is to reflag a couple of mines, potentially deliver some reinforcements, and then get to the very fringe of the map. To the southeast corner that I have yet to explore. It's day 7, I might as well get some reinforcements soon enough. Let's go to the kingdom overview screen. I could hypothetically erect some buildings in places I have at my disposal. I absolutely could. I don't see much of a point. But then again, there's no reason not to. I guess the only reason not to is that it's investing in something that will never actually benefit me in any way, shape or form. It's pointless busy work. But the only thing I'm losing is time, and my time is not a terribly precious commodity, I guess. Oh, and of course I need some more wood, but I'm not willing to trade resources to get it. Although it's just 3 units of wood, come on now. Fine, I'll trade some all. There we go. Nicomas's castle. Imposing, horrifying, wonderful. Wake of the Hydra, that's also great, I guess. I don't particularly care. Let's start out with this castle. Anyone here? No, it doesn't appear that way. Can I actually recruit enough units? I can't because I don't have enough slots. That's okay. Let's recruit Lord Kilburn, a level 13 knight. Yes, please. You work for me now, Lord Kilburn. It's wonderful. I guess when you flee with a hero, you can recruit him personally at the tavern until the weekends. And he's there for you exclusively. But Once that week transpires, he's up for grabs for anyone. So effectively, the heroes available at the tavern as the game goes on could go higher and higher in the level. Hypothetically, I guess that could be the case, but that never actually works now, does it? Because if someone's not rebuying a high-level hero, that person is probably losing soon enough anyway. And if a person is losing soon enough anyway, the game is likely about to end, even if you have more than 2 people playing. So that's the sort of thing that could become an issue only at the far, far tail end of the game. If ever. Right, Lord Kilburn. On your way. What about this castle then? See, Barak is level 1, Thundex is level 1, let's not care about them whatsoever. Recruit what we can, or in this case what I can from over here. And since I already have a hero nearby, might as well reflag this with Ambrose, head on back in and essentially run out of hit points. Sorry, not hit points, movement points. That's pointless. I'm actually perfectly willing to spend some gold to get another hero. To transport these forces further down the chain to eventually, hopefully deliver them to my primary hero, Crodo, I believe. Look at these reinforcements forces. They're impressive in their own right. They appear to be forced to be reckoned with, even though, once again, they are just reinforcements forces. They're not units of my primary army, which of course is vast and impressive. Like in most of these sorts of circumstances, I really quickly run out of things to talk about. This is Dawn and Thundex. I could hypothetically trade for gold, and at this stage, why not? I might as well. Trade for gold to my heart's content. And then use that gold to buy another hero for myself. Have those reinforcements delivered lickety-split. Well, as lickety and as split as possible, I guess. I still have forces to recruit over in Volcania, but I'll leave that for the next turn. They want to wait before getting on this boat. Is there much of a point? Oh, goodness. I guess I could, hypothetically speaking, just zip around. Flag all the remaining mines. Get the reinforcements that I possibly can get. Like this. And then soon enough get to a castle nearby. And retire to recuperate and mostly to just restore the mana points. Gee, that's great. There's Vesper with his forces. Why is he heading east instead of heading south? You know what? Never mind. Never mind. Ah, yes, and of course, Hector is busy reflagging these mines. Someone will presumably come very soon over here to reclaim them. Oh, there we go. There are some movement points left on Vesper, who clearly needs to deliver what exactly. He doesn't have the forces. He's just here on his way to reflag. Never mind all of that. In fact, never mind any of that. Have I reached the limit of heroes, or can I recruit even more? Also, let's have a comparison. How are we doing? The red player has the most of everything, not the most of gold, or I don't have the resources of the blue player. However, these are his forces, and this is his strongest unit, an archer. You know, I don't think I really need to do this. I don't think there's much of a point in doing this. Why am I even bothering? But let's deliver one final batch of reinforcements. Just for the hell of it. Then retire to a castle, regenerate mana. And once that's over, head on southeast and conquer. Alright, you get out of here. You recruit everything you can. With all the gold we have acquired in the last few turns. Marvelous. Now, hand that over to Lord Kilburn here. With that high of a level, is Lord Kilburn actually my highest level hero? He's not. This is level 13. And Crodo's level what? 16? 18. So he's doing fairly well in terms of being a high level hero. Let's actually collect these reinforcements from Lord Kilburn. Step out of the way, Becky. Get the reinforcements, get back into the castle. Regen, head out. I don't know how many more times I can say this. I have no clue how to remain entertaining while doing so. But then again, this is what you signed up for. This is Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Ending the turn. Mana has been regenerated. And now, so as not to lose all those precious mana points, we will be riding off into the sunset. And not just teleporting all the way there. Oh, I see. We need to head south, and for that we need to go all the way around. Well, very well. Actually, that's not very well. I could have teleported, then regenerated the mana points over there. Would have been significantly faster. Can I actually get on the boat? Makes me wonder. You know, teleporting once or twice really will not be a back-breaking experience, now will it? Next turn we're getting on that boat. Oh boy, oh no. I believe Hector is about to die. I also neglected to flag... Oh no, sorry, I flagged everything. Never mind that. There's Ruby, the most powerful hero for blue. Blue players' heroes have abandoned him and he is banished from this land. No, sorry, I forgot. No, that was it. To the southeast, there were normal castles, presumably just mines left. Just that. And a single hero that has wandered off to flag things here and there. And that has just perished. How anticlimactic.
Your swift elimination of those country lords almost makes it look easy. Perhaps next time you should slow down a little just to give them a sporting chance. The time to prepare for the final attack against Roland has come. My advisors are of two minds. One is that we should focus our efforts on gathering the armies necessary to defeat Roland.
Yes.
While the other is to search for the ultimate artifact. Since you are the man in the field, what is your decision?